Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome all viewers. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Verily I have only been sent to perfect good character." He also said, alayhi salatu wassalam, "Nothing is heavier on the believer's scale on the day of judgment than good character." And he said, peace be upon him, "The dearest and nearest among you to me on the day of resurrection will be the best of you in character." Clearly we can see, just based on these ahadith, and there are many more, how important good character is in the religion of Islam. Behind me, I have a set of books. This is called Mawsu'atul Akhlaq. This is an encyclopedia of character. This is a mukhtasar. It's an abridged, summarized version. In the first half of this book, it talks about good character that a Muslim should try to embody. And in the second half, it talks about bad character that a Muslim should avoid. And of course, it's all derived from the Quran and authentic Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So in this video, I not only wanted to emphasize the importance of having good character, but there's one specific quality, one particular characteristic that I wanted to especially emphasize. Because when it comes to one's character, we're put in situations where we have to decide what character trait we want to embody at the expense of another. There's a time to change something with your hand, there's a time to change it with your tongue, and there's a time to change it with your heart. There's a time to address something privately, and there's a time to address something publicly. There's a time to be gentle, and there's a time to be tough. And the praiseworthy character trait I want to focus on today, which helps one understand which character trait they should embody at the expense of others given a particular situation, is hikmah, is wisdom. Wisdom is accuracy and precision in putting something in its proper place. It's to do what's necessary, when necessary, in a way that's necessary. So one of the first things somebody should understand regarding good character is the importance of hikmah, of wisdom. Islam is as-sirat al-mustaqim. It's the straight path. We don't go to extremes. It is balanced. And hikmah is a quality that helps one maintain that balance. So in closing, I want to mention two different situations regarding two different prophets. Each prophet was in a somewhat similar situation. However, the way that they dealt with their situation was very different. And that is due to the fact that they had hikmah, they had wisdom regarding the specifics of their situation. So first I want to mention the prophet Nuh alayhi salam, the prophet Noah. For many, many years he called his people to worship Allah alone, day and night, openly and secretly. And from them were people who were going to disbelieve. They made up their mind, no matter how much da'wah they were given, they were not going to believe, and they were even conspiring against Nuh alayhi salam. So Allah tells us in the Quran, because of their sins, they were drowned and put into the fire, and they found not for themselves besides Allah any helpers. And Nuh said, "My Lord, do not leave upon the earth from among the disbelievers an inhabitant. If you leave them, they will mislead your servants, and they will beget none but wicked disbelievers." So here in this example, we see that Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, he was just. He conveyed the clear message to his people, but it reached a point that based on his hikmah, based on his wisdom, the best thing was for Allah to not leave a disbeliever on earth, because all they would do is mislead his servants and beget wicked disbelievers. Now we can compare and contrast that to a situation with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mother of the believers, Aisha radiallahu anha, she asked the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam if he encountered a day harder than the day of the Battle of Uhud. To which he alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned the story of when he went to give da'wah to the people of Ta'if to invite them to Islam. And the people were so bad to him that they threw rocks at him until he bled. So he left feeling very bad, having been very oppressed. And as he was leaving, alayhi salatu wasalam, he narrates, "I lifted my head towards the sky to see a cloud shading me unexpectedly. I looked up and saw Jibreel in it. He called me saying, 'Allah has heard your people saying to you and what they have replied back to you. Allah has sent the angel of the mountains to you so that you may order him to do whatever you wish to these people.' The angel of the mountains called and greeted me and said, 'O Muhammad, order what you wish. If you like, I will let 2 mountains fall on them.' The Prophet ﷺ said, 'No, but I hope that Allah will let them beget children who worship Allah alone and will worship none besides Him.'" So you see, brothers and sisters, the truth is balanced. Life is filled with difficult decisions. Sometimes it's better to be just, sometimes it's better to be forgiving. But we need to have wisdom in order to know when each is appropriate. Allah surely knows best. May He bless us with wisdom. May Allah grant us the best of character. JazakumAllahukhairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.